Hey everyone, Steve here at the DJ Lab, and I'm going to do a video showing you a comparison between the Pioneer CDJ-3000 versus the Denon DJ SC6000, but with a little bit of a twist. I'm going to show you them running Virtual DJ. So, let's get right to it. You're seeing here Virtual DJ. I plugged it into Virtual DJ, the CDJ that is, my USB, and it knew what it was, and it's asking which deck. So I want to do, let's go deck 2. Nah, let's go deck 1. Whatever. Makes no difference. Just like normal CDJ operation on a 3000, go into the browse, load up a track, slight little bit of delay, but waveform's moving pretty smooth. The best part is, by default, it's zoomed in and not out. So Pioneer, maybe you should take note of that. So this way zooms out, zoom in. And that's the way it starts. You can beat jump. You change your beat jump the same as you would by holding the call delete button and using your beat jump up and down. But you can only go up to 32, not 64. And then track search actually will take you to the next track that's playing. If you hold the search button, it'll scroll you through. If you just touch, your loops. Reloop. Key shift. Your beat jump. 2 pages. There's your 64 right there. What else can I tell you here? Hotkeys obviously are all going to work just like you expect. You got your slip mode. What else we got? You know, obviously your sync. All your syncs are going to work. Now, here's where things are a little bit different. So, your track filter, edit button, doesn't do anything on the player. Let me just check Virtual DJ here just to see if I'm making sure. Doesn't do anything, right? Now, something else that you don't see here is that you can only do hot cues. So even if I change this over in Virtual DJ, I can change it over to be like, say, a slicer, right? Well, there's no slicer function on a CDJ, so what you see is what you get. It only has hot cues, and that's all it can do from here. So they did a great job of emulating exactly, more or less, how a CDJ-3000 works. And so you're getting like a seamless kind of thing here, right? So the truth is, if somebody wasn't paying attention and they were spinning on it, and if they just didn't see where it said Virtual DJ up there, they might not, and you know, there's a couple other differences too. You're not seeing the waveform information on the side or anything, right? But other than that, you don't think you're spinning with this stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to pause everything right now. I'm going to switch the camera over, and we're going to check out the SC6000, and I'm going to show you the huge, huge differences between these two. Okay, here we are. We are back, and now I'm looking at the SC6000 hooked up to Virtual DJ 2021. Right off the bat, things look different. You're seeing it says select a deck. It knows I'm in the 2-deck mode, so I'm going to select my deck. And you can see on the side here we have a lot of other options. It looks a little bit more like the actual Virtual DJ in a sense here. So let me pull up, I don't even know what I was playing before to give you an idea of the same stuff, but... So another thing you're going to notice, you see what I'm doing? I'm scrolling with my finger. I can't do that over on the CDJ-3000. I can use the knob, or I can use my finger. And then you see all the information that you see here, which is nice, right? So I personally think it looks better here. I see a lot more that I need to see. You know, I can hit the information, pull up the info window on the side. I don't know what the gear does. It doesn't seem to be doing anything here. Probably on the... Then you can go karaoke, you know, just do your karaoke. Like, there's so much you can do. Let me just pull up a track here so you can see what this thing looks like. Another cool thing about Virtual DJ as well is that you can set up folders. So I can actually link a virtual folder and send it over to my Dropbox. So all my Dropbox stuff shows up as a crate or like a playlist folder, which is kind of cool. Geez, taking way too long just to pull up a track or something. I'm just trying to find something that's not going to get me dinged for copyright, you know what I mean? Like really, just like anything. Everything here is going to be like this. Let's jump back out for a second. What are we looking at? So check that out. Way different screen, right? And something else that's going to really blow your mind here. You see right down here, you have all your hotkeys, right? You see how they say energy, the different energy levels, right? Well, I'm pretty sure you can go in there and you can edit the hot cues. So, let's say I want to go, I don't know. Instead of it saying energy 7, I want to say the drop. And now, right on the player, it says the drop. So that's pretty impressive. Can't do that on a CDJ because they're trying to take a CDJ and make it run on virtual DJ and be seamless like it's a CDJ. And a CDJ is not that innovative. You know what I'm saying? Where here, now you have, as soon as I adjust, I just start turning the knob and I automatically go into my browser. If you want to zoom, you hold the shift. And let me tell you, the zoom is so much smoother on this thing. That's zoomed all the way out. You know what I mean? Like, it's smooth. It's not jumpy. On the CDJ, it was a very jerky kind of sensation. Now, check this out. This is the great one as well, too. So everyone knows virtual DJ has stems. So you can cut the vocals and the drums and all that other fun stuff. So when you go in here, and I don't see a spot here. I haven't played around with it. I'm sure there must be a way to do this. But in the software, instead of showing the hot cues, if you show the stems, now, your stems are here. Just got kicks and hi-hats. Just a hi-hat. Pretty wild, eh? Got your slicer. Slip. Your rolls. Loops. So, then the other things, of course, that you can do. I'm just checking things. I haven't really played around that much. Oh, there we go. So your key adjusts, right? And here's something that Denon needs to do, is pay attention to what virtual DJ does. On a CDJ, and I've already made a video about this, that when you're doing adjusting your keys, right? If you click on the middle, it resets everything. So, Denon, going to send you guys an email, going to tell you, you got to do that. But this is cool. You got the match as well, too. You can just click OK, get out of it. Your time elapsed, time remain. You know, make your loops. What do we got? So how do we change beat jump? Beat jump by 32. Just if we do a shift. Oh, yeah. So if you hold shift, that's how you go change your beat jump. Another thing as well, too. The pitch fader seems to be a little bit smoother, and it doesn't feel as jerky and jumpy. Well, it's a little jumpy, but not too bad. My range, okay, let me change my range. So I'm going to hold shift. So you go right down to 6%. And even at 6, like go from, it's a little bit on the jumpy side. It's not bad, but ultimately you're probably just going to use your sync button anyways, right? Quantize, your beat lock. If you tap, you can see the key changes from the Camelot to harmonic. Even here, you can click right up there. You can see how that changes. Show a little bit more information. Yeah, seriously, I don't know what else I can tell you about this thing, because you can do a lot more on here than you can on the CDJ-3000. I didn't really mean to make this video this long, but I just want to be thorough, just to show you that. Because it's one thing to spend $3,000 on a controller to hook up to virtual DJ, like on a CDJ standalone to hook up to software. But this thing here actually runs pretty good, and even so here's another thing, and here's another thing. So watch this. We hit shift view, and what subdeck? I want subdeck B, right? So now that's the question. So if I go, I just don't know how to operate the subdeck from here. Is it as simple as this? Okay, I want to control see? So there we go. So there's my subdeck. I'm gonna load up a track. I just don't know why it made it both B. Like, let's see how this works. How can we get it to do A and B? I think it's just like this. And now for my next number.
I'd like to return.
I hit that and say I want to control B and my subdeck be A. I don't know. But ultimately, it can do dual layer. I just gotta dig a little deeper into that. And I don't have where that channel's on. But yeah, as you can see, it even works out really well. There's a lot of information on the screen. Some people are like, man, that's a lot of stuff going on there. But you know what? It's a big screen, 10 inches. It's not a big deal. You can figure it out. I'd rather stare at this screen than stare at a computer screen. Another thing. So if you press and hold view, you go into a virtual DJ actual submenu here. So you can have like 2 subdecks, show your album artwork, yes or no. Blink, time near end, yes. Key display, music or harmonic. Auto key match, needle lock, load security. Then the browser, you can have show browser info. I say yes. Browser auto switch, so you can turn that auto switch off. Browser view list, you can do grid. Let's try grid. See what that does. Append when and to slide view, sure. 2-finger scrolling, sure. And smart browser text fit. And then the waves. So you can change your scratch alignment for left or center. The type, you can even do shapes. So the shapes looks just like Denon DJ stuff. It's that same color. And you can go monochrome, or you can change the waves per deck. Select the color pattern for scratch and progress waves. Show the grid, yes. Lock scratch wave, yes. So when you're scratching, the wave splits, you know what I mean? And let's see what everything looks like now when we get into the album artwork. Oh, so that's kind of cool. You just have everything on the side there. So, does that work? There's the question.
I'd like to return to the classic.
Oh my god. So you know what? Let me tell you.
And now for my next number.
So this is pretty good right here too. So all I did was just engage that, tap the track, you see all the information, hit play, and then you can scroll through over here, right? But while that's playing, you can 2-finger scroll.
And now for my next return to the class.
Yeah, that works really well. So I'm just touching just to do like a touch cue kind of idea. It almost works better than the way Denon does her stuff. So once again, Denon, maybe steal a couple ideas from virtual DJs, take on how they run your player, because I kind of like that better. I don't have to do this. I don't have to keep hitting play. Like once I hit play, I just want to keep going through real quick, and that works out well. So yeah, forgive me guys. I'm discovering things as we go along because I just hooked it up and thought, I like these types of videos where I don't really plan anything. I just kind of go through and discover, and we kind of go through it together. Definitely cool. Let's see if it has like a slide to load or anything. Because I see on the screen, you might not see that here, but I'm sliding things around. It just doesn't seem to be doing anything with them. And then there's our on-screen keyboard. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, that's it. I don't have that much more to say about it. I spent a lot of time on this and not much on the CDJ because you know what? The CDJ doesn't do anything different than the CDJ does when you plug a USB stick in. Where this, on the other hand, virtual DJ really brings this whole player to a whole nother level that even Denon, they might get there, but they're not there yet. So, guys at Denon DJ, take note, virtual DJ took your player and made it a little bit better. Could you imagine if we could just jam the virtual DJ software inside this thing by itself? Wow, there'd be no end to things. Anyways, I'm Steve at the DJ Lab. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit the alert button, give me a like if this has been informative at all, and I will talk to you later.